What's up, fans? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another, movie review. And today we'll be quickly covering a spoiler-free review of Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, coming up right now. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. Alright guys, quiet on set. Scene 1, take 1. Action. Boom! Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share with different. So hit that bell for notifications because, well, it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new here, welcome. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thunderbolts is about a story of, of course, all these heroes. Not really just, these mercenaries. Of course, we all know Yelena, the Red Dragon, the Red Guardian, Ghost, Ava, and U.S. Agent, and Ghost, and not Ghost, Taskmaster, and they all just get together. Well, actually, yeah, they get together because they work for Valentina at a certain point, and then, well, Valentina's like, she's being impeached on something very shady, and, well, they all get together, and the plan is for Valentina to kill them and all that stuff, but unfortunately, they actually had to team up and all that stuff to, well, to go after Valentina. Also, they find this new character named Bob, and then later, like, they get to know about him, and of course, if you guys know, without spoiling much, he's Sentry, because they learn about Project Sentry. So yeah, so aside from that, they learn about Project Sentry, but at the same time they're trying to stop Valentina with the help of the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. So that's my plot synopsis of the film. Now let's get on to the review. I gotta say, guys, at first I wasn't so sure of the Thunderbolts movie because, we all know about the Thunderbolts. They're mostly all these like villains that they had to work together to stop an evil force, kind of like the Suicide Squad, but yeah, but at first I was like, oh, this is basically kind of Suicide Squad but from Marvel. But I don't know who did it first, but yeah. So with that, and then again, the trailer started dropping, and the first trailer I thought it was all right, but then the second and the third trailers, okay, I was very impressed. I was getting very hyped up, and also there was some good word of mouth. So what overall I thought about this film, I gotta say, guys, this is probably I would say my second favorite Marvel film behind Guardians 3, because here's the thing though, is that as much as I enjoyed this one, I think Guardians 3, has a more bigger impact in my opinion, because, this is still because actually for Guardians, I feel this is a necessary movie because I think it's the epilogue of the Infinity Saga. But then again, I also like Guardians 3 is more of it's very much more standalone-ish than Thunderbolts. But then again, Thunderbolts, I gotta say, it's very freaking good because it's very it's still in a way standalone-ish, and it sets up for naturally for future films. And I gotta say, guys, I love this movie. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite movies of 2025. So with that being said, of all that stuff I said, I love Thunderbolts. This movie was a surprise for me, man, because holy shit, what the characters, man. Of course, the stand-up for me is, of course, Yelena, played by Florence Pugh, and the Red Guardian, Alexei, played by, of course, David Harbour. And my goodness, David Harbour, he is like the comedic relief, but also he doesn't get annoying, which was good. That's why I'm a bit worried about it, because lately with some Marvel comedy, really it does break the tension away, especially with, of course, Quantumania, and don't even get me started with Thor 4. So, but no, here the comedy for his character is really good. The comedy is, really good here with him, because that's very much Alexei. But Yelena, man, I really related to her character a lot when it comes to depression, because again, I'll get to that later, but I like how this movie tackles the whole theme of depression and all that stuff. And then again, you kind of relate to a lot of characters here, especially I related so much with Bob, how he's going through something, and that's really cool. Every single character gets a time to shine here. Ghost, she doesn't get much time to shine in Ant-Man and the Wasp. She gets to shine here. U.S. Agent, which I really love, even though he's an asshole character, I really love him in Falcon and Winter Soldier. And here, man, he gets some good lines, and they all roast him. He gets the worst roast out of everybody. And Red Guardian, it's so good to see Alexei back here. He was, in my opinion, aside from him and Yelena, were like the backbone of the Black Widow. For me, the Black Widow, I thought it was okay. They were the shining factors of that film, and man, I'm glad that these characters that you don't think it's gonna work, no, it really works together. The chemistry is so perfect with each other, and it's amazing, man. Taskmaster gets also to shine here too, even though again, you don't get to see much of Taskmaster and Black Widow. She gets her time to shine here too, which is really good. The writing, speaking of the characters, the writing is so good, man. It's a nice mix between, of course, comedic Marvel, but with serious Marvel. But you know what? I think they blend it so well. You know what? Double Toasted really said it right. The tone is really much like the first Iron Man film. There's hints of humor here that really works, but there's still this dark tone throughout the film, and it's really freaking nice. It's so nice to see an MCU film with this type of tone again, and I do agree with Double Toasted on that. The score is pretty nice, even though like it's I think it's my weakest, my only complaint with the film. I think the score is nice, but overall it still sounds very generic compared to like other Marvel scores, or just scores out there in general. I think the next one, Fantastic Four, that one by Michael Giacchino, that sounds amazing. I think it sounds, from what I'm hearing, it sounds way better than Thunderbolts. But then again, the score is fine. Cinematography, it is good. Even though like I saw this in IMAX, IMAX scenes are pretty nice. They're not as good as Sinners, but still though, the cinematography, it is beautiful. And I also like the color grading, how it looks murky, but yet it's still vibrant at the same time. But yet it fits so well with the tone. It is really freaking nice. It looks like a real movie rather than just CGI slop. And speaking of that, there's a lot of practical effects and set design effects that are really nice. A lot of the action scenes here, they were shot on camera, not just on a blue or green screen. These were shot on camera, and that is so nice to see. So when you look at the behind the scenes stuff, I'm like, wow, good. No one, of course, man, this movie looks so good and all that stuff. Speaking of the action scenes are phenomenal here, man. The editing, the pacing is so tight along with the movie, but especially with the action scene, man. And speaking of action scenes, yeah, like the climax of the film is very much, of course, stereotypical superhero-ish, but it's still nice. And speaking of the third act, the ending, I gotta say, is pretty nice. At first I was just like, I don't know, but then again, you know what? No, yeah, I'm down. Especially around how everything is handled, like how they handle the situation. I think it's very nice here, man, because this is gonna lead me to the themes of depression and S-word thoughts, suicidal thoughts, and I pretty much have been there before. This movie this really struck me, really, because actually because of that, I cried like teared up at least 3 times, especially near like the climax, or they resolve a couple stuff, and actually teared up here. How like you really felt like you're in a void, and how just depression just beats you. It feels like it's just empty. It's like it's like this. It's like you do have a purpose right there in life, but then again, you're not happy with it though. It's not what you really want to do. And at the same time, it's also the depression you have is holding you back on, you know, your full potential. But so it also like, it feels just so empty though. Like the stuff that you're doing, you have something, you live for this one thing, but you don't like it, you're not happy with it, and it just becomes this void. It feels so empty. And I like that this movie just tackles with all that stuff. That got me there, because I've been there a couple times, and man, it really struck me hard with that. I love the themes of this, and it feels so real, and man, it's really nice. It was handled so well. Like not since Guardians 3, I haven't had a MCU film hit me with this emotion, man. It is really nice, man. So overall, I am all over the place, but then again, man, I gotta say, guys, this movie is amazing. And yes, stick around for the mid and end credit scene, the stinger. Damn, man, this is after everything wraps up, guys. I gotta say is that this is the first time. This is actually, look, Guardians 3 is different, because with Guardians 3, it felt like an epilogue. It felt like, okay, this is a conclusion. I feel happy leaving the theater in a different way. But I haven't felt this excited for the next Marvel film in a while, really. Or actually, I would say a long time, since the multiverse saga began. Man, this is the first time I love a Marvel film, and I left the theater excited, wanting more, excited for the next one. That is, wow. I haven't felt that in a long time. Again, going back to Guardians 3, I felt happy leaving the theater because it felt like everything wrapped up. Nice. Here it's different. I left the theater happy, but excited for the next one. You know how like there's a worthwhile stinger, because all these stingers really led up to nothing. But here's a stinger where you're excited for the next one. Because I love the movie, and this stinger is the cherry on top for me to get excited for the next Marvel film. I haven't felt this excited for the next Marvel film in a long time. I haven't had this feeling in a long time. So that is amazing, guys. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. So with that, I will give Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts a perfect, you know what? Why not a perfect 5 out of 5. Despite my issues with the film, I still really enjoyed this movie a lot, man. This movie, it is right now top 3 on my 2025 list of this year, man. This was a big surprise for me. I was hoping to really love this film in a fun way, but I didn't expect to love it this much. So, is Marvel really back? Who knows? Let's just hope they don't fumble it with the Fantastic Four. So, fingers crossed for that. So, hey, let's Let's keep this going. This is it. This is what I feel like a lot of us Marvel fans have been asking for a long time. This actually feels very cohesive. So, yeah, guys. So that was my review for Thunderbolts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much for watching my video. So let me know down in the comment section down below what you guys think of Marvels. I would love to know. Please let me know down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinions on it. So this is Javi from JAVIWOOD Productions signing off, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show.